Guys, brand new show. It's a little delayed, but you know what? I got a special guest today. We once did a show like 4 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And it was just us on the mic, and I was like, who's going to win? And you're like, this team. Who's going to win? That team.
Yes. Very.
There's only one show this week, guys. We got 2 shows coming up each of the next 2 weeks. Tuesday night, Thursday night, this coming week. So December 9th and December 10th and 12th, excuse me. And then the 16th, Danny Dimes Primetime resumes because, he's a Viking now. And then December 19th. So we got 4 shows loaded up. But today for episode 332, my wife Jessica's with me. We're chilling on the couch watching the SEC Championship.
Very casual.
It's a casual, chill show. We're having fun. We're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna ask you first. So, what do you think of Thursday's game? Did you enjoy it? Detroit Green Bay.
Did I watch?
You watched parts. You didn't watch the end, but I watched the end.
It was all right. I think it was okay.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
listening to you scream about
Amon-Ra,
Sam Brown was not entertaining.
Bets. I don't post all the bets, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But anyway, we got a bunch of games tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to worry about anything.
Yes.
They can't hurt us tomorrow.
we
love them to death, but they can't. That's the thing. The Patriots cannot hurt your. Tomorrow afternoon, the Patriots cannot hurt your problems. They're not.
They cannot disappoint.
You can't be disappointed if you live in northeastern United States. So, that being said, we got a lot of games tomorrow. So you and I got to red zone it up.
Okay.
Minnesota versus the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
So I'm going to basically tell you each game like it's tea.
Okay. Give it to me.
Okay.
Give me the gossip.
So here's the gossip. The Atlanta Falcons,
Yep.
They've looked bad. They've lost 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They're 3-2 on the road.
Okay.
However, they're 6-2 in conference play. The Vikings have won 5 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
But the Atlanta quarterback, Kirk Cousins, is making his first start in Minnesota since leaving the Vikings last season.
Ooh, T.
Yes. So the point spread for this game is intriguing. It is 6 points. The Vikings are a 6-point favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Minnesota. It's a 1:00 kick.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Minnesota, who's still trying to keep pace with the Lions because the Vikings have lost 2 games the entire year.
Okay.
One was to the Lions on same thing as Green Bay, last second field goal where Jake Bates hit him with the boom, the boom.
Yeah.
And then the other was a Thursday night to the Rams.
Okay.
With this game here,
mm-hmm.
from a football standpoint, the Vikings are the better team, but Minnesota needs the win more. I don't fully know if they're gonna win, but I like them to cover that 6-point number. I think the Falcons figure it out and don't get completely, dismantled.
Okay.
How do you agree?
I think that they will cover the 6.5 points.
6 points, just
6 points. But the Vikings will win.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
Fun bet could be the over last week. So right now the over
What's
for this game,
over?
45.5. It was 45 points is what the Vikings and Cardinals did last week in Minnesota.
I think it could be an over.
Yeah. I think it could be an over too.
Yeah.
The next game we have, it's not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Giants and the Saints.
Okay.
So here's how this goes. So the Giants
is there gossip with this one?
We'll do it for everyone. Just
okay.
Keep it fun, keep it entertaining. We got to keep the viewers
entertained.
Intact. Yeah. Also, we're on the couch today. The normal studio is right over there. So here's how this game goes. So the Giants, terribly run organization.
Yes.
They let their franchise star running back just walk out the door because they pay their mediocre quarterback way too much money.
Yes.
He was playing like crap and had injury guarantees, which means that if he got hurt this year, he'd be guaranteed to get paid by them for next year, which was like $20-30 million.
What a deal.
So they benched him and just completely we're just like, yeah, you're not playing, you're not even practicing.
Mm-hmm.
You're the low man on the totem pole.
Yeah.
They bring back Tommy DeVito, fan favorite from last year. Yeah. How's your mother? And he gets hurt, but he also looks like shit.
Yes.
But we know he's in to save face for the franchise.
Yeah.
Insert Drew Lock, who came in, had a good game on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
But they still lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the Saints, well, this year you basically take the S away, and it's a lot of ain'ts plays. They won their first 2, they lost 7 in a row, they won 2 in a row.
Bit.
They were, they got the Darren Rizzi with them. But They lost last week, and they also lost Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
His knee exploded, tore an
Oh my
ACL.
god. Yeah.
I'm the same way with this game. So the Saints are minus 5.5. This is a game the Saints should win, but the cold weather and it's
So 5.5 does mean that they're gonna win.
they're basically thinking the Saints are going to blow them out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I want it. This is such one I'm struggling with. I do think the Saints win the game. I'm just very contemplated about the number.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a blowout.
No, my dad wants to know where his Jersey Mike's was.
What?
We have a Jersey Mike's 20 minutes from here, one of only a few in Canada, and yeah, I guess he wants his Jersey Mike's. But he got apple fritters, Dad. So yeah, I think the same thing. I think the Saints win, but I think the Giants. There's a potential to keep it close. It's just with the Giants, they have so many injuries.
Yeah.
I think this could be a big Alvin Kamara game.
So, are the Giants going to try though, so that they can?
This pretty much is a tank bowl.
Yeah.
This is just a terrible game.
Yeah.
No one wants to see this game, except for my father and sister. Jags and Titans, same thing. It's a gross game, but Jags have a new quarterback.
Oh no, more Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence got. Have you?
Oh
did
yes,
you
we watched the video. Yes.
That guy got suspended. Trevor's on IR with concussion. Insert Michael McCorkle.
Oh.
And because of that, you know
Mac
what?
Jones.
I gotta go with
Hope
him.
for the best.
Yeah. It's in Tennessee. The Titans got dog walked last week.
Yeah.
But something I gotta pick my guy here. I think this is a game the Jags get. The Jags 2-10 +2. Jags win this game. You know, they have the tiebreaker over the Patriots because they beat the Patriots earlier this year, which gives the Patriots a better draft position. Girl math.
Go on.
Raiders and Buccaneers.
I kind of have a little soft spot for Baker Mayfield right now, so I'm really hoping he goes far.
I think this is a game the Buccaneers win.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers win. I think this is one they blow out because everyone's going to think that there's a spread right now is at 6.5.
Yeah.
I think this is what this is. This is a Vegas trap game, meaning they're going to trap people into taking the Raiders because the Raiders played the Chiefs hard last week.
Yeah.
But
I actually think just Max Crosby played hard last week.
Well, he did too. But the thing is with divisional games as well,
Yeah.
you can never take that for granted. Like if you've already seen my reel, you know I have Brock Bowers to go for a lot of yards, which I think will happen because he's a very he's got the most tight ends yards I think out of any rookie this year, receiving. So I think the Raiders. Could be a fun explosive game, but at the end of the day, the Buccaneers are just a better team.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Browns and Steelers.
Sounds like garbage. Is that 4 o'clock or still 1 o'clock?
We still have 3 more 1 o'clock games.
Okay. Yeah.
There's also 6 teams on bye this week.
Yes. My fantasy team is hurting this week.
The Ravens, the Broncos, the Texans, the Colts, the Commanders, and the Patriots.
Yes.
Also, if you're watching this, I don't need a week 14 bye next year. Give me like week 10 or 9. I love the middle of November sprinkle bye. I'm so used to it growing up because the Patriots had that every year. Browns and Steelers, though, it's as we're getting ready to watch these college kids horribly throw footballs in the Dr. Pepper cans. But with Cleveland and Pittsburgh, though, so if you remember a few weeks ago, there was that snow game.
Yeah.
Cleveland won it outright.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to know how old you were the last time that the Cleveland Browns won a regular season game in Pittsburgh? How old do you think you were?
3.
8.
Oh, okay. Still a while. 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that the Browns cover. This is the same thing as Atlanta. The Browns cover the number, but the Steelers win the game.
Okay.
And here's the other thing too. I always learned when it's a divisional game, if it's over 6 points, go for the dog.
Okay.
Pick the dog to cover the number. That happened last week too with the the Chiefs Raiders game. The Chiefs were 13.5-point favorites. I knew there was no way they were going to cover. Patrick Mahomes also hates to cover big numbers too. Carolina and Philadelphia. The Eagles are a 13.5-point favorite.
Are they divisional? No.
No, they're not divisional. I think this is a game that everyone thinks 13.5. Carolina keeps it close. I think Philly. I think this is a game. If the Philadelphia, I'll say this.
And they came out with their CD this week, so
They came out with what?
Their Christmas CD.
Oh, I was gonna say this: this is a game where the Philadelphia Eagles, if they're a legit team, this is a game you blow out. It's like what Detroit was doing earlier this year to like Tennessee and Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They were 13-point favorite against Jacksonville, and they put up 52 on them. So it was 52-6. So if you're this, I took Bryce Young's rushing just because I think he's going to have to use his feet a lot tomorrow to get away from that Philadelphia defensive line. It's also 14 yards I have to get. It's not asking for a lot. It was rushing, but my head popped him for some reason. I should have gone with Chuba or Kamara. Last 1 o'clock game is the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets.
Oh, we don't know. Did the Jets win last week?
No.
Oh, okay. So Miami.
Yes. The Dolphins are a better team at home.
Yeah.
The Jets are losers of 3 straight.
Mm.
This is a game the Dolphins need, even though they're pretty much out of it, but they're still in it, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, let's put it this way. The Dolphins are that guy who thinks they have a chance with the girl, but they really don't.
Okay.
You know, it's like, hey, I'll give you one more look. I think the Dolphins take care. They're going back to South Beach. They looked terrible last week in the cold. The Dolphins defrosted, and well, the Jets are at that point where I'm almost trying to think of when does Aaron Rodgers stop playing.
Yeah.
Also, I took the over for this game because I think it's going to be a fun game.
What is it, the over?
44.5.
Okay.
That's 3 touchdowns a team.
Okay.
Both teams are capable of it. As I look at my wonderful phone background right now, don't worry, it's cool. It's cool. It's on rotation though too. There's some of her in there. 4 o'clock, Seahawks and Cardinals. As we're 12 minutes. We're flying.
Yes. I was gonna say this might be the shortest episode you've put out in a long time.
Yes, one of my shortest ones was 2021. Before we get to the 4 o'clock window, 2021. Cam Newton had signed his extension with New England.
Oh, okay.
I used to work a warehouse job. I snuck off to my car, literally hit record and on the notes app, and I spoke for about 10 to 15 minutes. I waited for a lot of the stuff to mellow down, because there's all this stuff with like guaranteed money and all this stuff like that. People are like, oh my God, how's he getting this much? And he really learned that a lot of it was performance-based bonuses.
Yeah.
Which he didn't earn, but he earned, I think it was like out of like 5 or 6 million, it was like 2 million he was guaranteed. Because everyone likes to freak out. So that was one of the shortest ones. There was one with me a few weeks ago. This is the first time like we're doing an episode like this where it's just there's not a guest on the other side of the camera though in a month because Halloween night I didn't have anyone to record with.
Yeah.
And then I got this.
Yes.
Just quick side notes, guys. It is going to be McGarvin on Tuesday, potentially Sophie, and then depending on scheduling, and then Kyrie Thompson's back on Thursday. As the Minister of Culture for the University of Texas. Fun fact, that's what they call him. So Seattle and Arizona.
Yeah.
This is a game I want to keep tabs on because do you know who the Arizona Cardinals play next week?
I do not. Us?
Yes.
Okay. So we hope that they win. So they're in good spirits.
Yes.
Okay.
But here's the kicker. The Cardinals have lost 2 in a row. The Seahawks have won 3 in a row.
Oh, okay. So they're due.
The Seahawks also have won 4-1 on the road. And have a 2-2 divisional record.
Okay.
And right now, if you look at the NFC standings, the West is chaotic. See?
Yeah.
Rule them out.
Oh my gosh, San Fran! Wow.
Yeah. Chris McCaffrey's done for the year.
Yeah, I saw.
Deebo Samuel, Patriots soon, hopefully. So if you see everything right here,
yeah,
this is a game that let's go back to the NFL page. So this is a game right here. If you look at it, like if you saw the standings, they have to have. But see, Arizona's good at home. Seattle's good on the road. Let's see who Seattle's only road loss was to. Because I know they beat the Patriots and the Jets on the road. They beat San Francisco on the road. They beat the Falcons on the road. Their only road loss was to the Detroit Lions.
Okay, better team.
This game is really almost a loser leaves town.
Okay.
But because of good feelings and good vibes, give me the Arizona Cardinals. We want, you got to fatten up the turkey before you eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or they eat you.
Yes. Bills and Rams.
The Rams have been kind of quiet.
They have been.
passive fan.
But here's the thing. I think this is a game they win.
Okay.
And I have my one big reason for this.
What?
Buffalo's on their high horse.
Yeah.
We saw how great they looked last Sunday night against the 49ers.
Yeah.
The Bills have the Lions next Sunday. I'm not saying this is a look ahead spot for them, but it's more of a potential letdown spot for them.
Okay.
You know, where it's a game where they've won the division already. It's week 13. They've wrapped up the division. They're going for the 1 seed.
Yeah.
They pretty much have 2 tough games left, and they have 3 walk in the parks to end the season.
Yeah.
Can you guess what that is?
Us.
They play the Patriots twice and the Jets.
Yeah.
So I think this is that potential spot of, look, for as much as I would love it to be against the Patriots and we cost them the 1 seed, I think this is the spot where, look, for all that they have done, the Rams need this game too.
Yeah.
The Rams really need this game. I think this is that, but not trap game, but this is that potential just Buffalo it's not so much that the Rams win it, but the Bills lose it. You know, Josh Allen has a so-so day
game, yeah.
And then watch they go to Detroit next week and beat the Lions. That's what I think happens.
Okay. I don't think you're right, but I don't know. Oh, pick.
Ooh, oh, no, flag. Ooh, did you say a little stutter step? You missed some pretty good catches out when you were she had to go up to do some running around, but she missed a couple good plays. So
it's a very low scoring game though.
Yeah, it's not exciting at all. That's why I just picked spreads today. When my first spread hit, so here's the thing. I did college football betting today for the first time, I think, all season or in a very long time. I picked Arizona State on the spread. They covered. And then I have Oregon minus 3.5 because the Penn State Nittany Lions cannot win a big game to save their life.
Okay.
And Oregon's also been the best team in the nation.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I guess you think the Bills are going to win, and I think the Rams are going to win.
Okay. Let's see.
We don't even know what we're betting. We're just shaking hands as husband and wife. That's what this is. It's a husband and wife podcast.
Yeah.
So there's one more game in the 4:00 window.
Okay.
It's the 49ers playing the Bears.
Okay.
A game that going into the year, everyone thought, this is going to have major playoff implications.
No.
It doesn't really.
Yeah.
But here's my thing, though. I'm so conflicted on what this game is going to be because I think there's 2 scenarios.
Who's better right now? The Bears, I guess?
No, there's not really who's a better team. Both teams have sucked.
Oh, okay.
Both teams have sucked. San Francisco got boat raced in both Green Bay and Buffalo.
Yeah.
The Bears have looked terrible since that Hail Mary game. Remember, the Cardinals whooped them.
Yeah.
We whooped them. They only scored 3 points against the Patriots, who were terrible.
Yeah.
Then they had the blocked field goal against Minnesota. The overtime game against the blocked field goal against Green Bay. The overtime game against Minnesota. The clock errors on Thanksgiving, and then they fired their coach.
Oh yes.
So here's how I think this game's going to go. I think there's 2 worlds. There's a world where the Bears win this game close by 3 points. It's a field goal game. But I also see a world where the Niners win this game by 30.
Okay.
Because there's a new head coach. Yeah. There's this. But then as well, you have a Niners team that is down to the dumps.
Yeah, they need to kind of pop off.
They need to pop off. No Christian McCaffrey, no Jordan Mason. It's going to be Isaac Guerrero running the ball.
Yeah.
By the way, I think this could be a George Kittle game.
Yes.
I think this could be a George Kittle game. So I don't know where to go for this one. It's coming up right now. San Francisco's minus 3.5. I'm going to go with the Bears to cover the number, but the Niners to win the game. Because it's just the Bears have just been the Bears.
The Bears.
And then Sunday Night Football, I said Josh Allen's going to lose. What if Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes lose in the same day? I think that's what happens here.
Really? Okay.
The Chargers aren't afraid.
Yeah.
And think about it too. I know they lost a couple weeks ago, and I know there's all stuff too where it's
oh no.
There are so many bad memes about Carson Beck out there. It's like pick and flag. It's like, guys, what are we doing? The burnt, and also college football is so weird because the way they describe colors, they call Texas burnt orange.
You wouldn't say that's burnt orange?
No, I just find it so fascinating how burnt. I just find burnt orange such a weird description.
Yeah, but it's like crimson red. I think it's like think of paint colors that you do in your wall. I think
fair, very fair. But yeah, so with this game here, I just think it's one of 2 things will happen. One, it's either the Chiefs are going to pull a rabbit out of their hat. I think that's what could happen, but I'm telling you this right now, I'm not picking the Chiefs to cover a spread. I'd rather be wrong right now picking picking against them to cover than
Yeah.
being wrong picking in favor of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because the 49ers, the Chargers aren't scared to play them.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's looked really good, and they have a really good defense too.
Uh-huh.
So this is the kind of game for the Chiefs, more or less, where we're going to find out how are they. Like, I know there's a whole stuff about, like, you know, the great teams find ways to win.
Yeah.
I think eventually with the Chiefs, it's just like
I feel like they've just been winning on some lucks.
yeah, eventually the clock's going to strike midnight, and I think
Yeah.
they're gonna have a game where, like, look, nothing goes right, or they're
Yeah.
just going to have that day where they don't get the block, they don't go down and drive, or they, like, get the interception. I'm not saying that's going to happen here. I just think this is a close game that the Chargers find a way to squeeze one out. I can't see how well the Chiefs blow them out.
Yeah.
And then Monday night, crappy game, but the Simpsons.
Yes, very excited.
Bengals and Cowboys. I unfortunately only get to watch to the first half of this game
Oh,
because I have hockey.
Yeah.
But I'm going to watch the Simpsons feed.
Yeah.
And I have to go. I'm going Bengals. I think Bengals, look, I know they've been bad.
Yeah.
They need the win. They're the team that's better here.
Yeah.
You're also only 3 yards from your feet. Before we get in the rest of this, we're gonna live react right here. Carson Beck going for glory.
Why though? They're in the second.
Georgia deferred.
Oh my god. Oh no way.
Oh.
No way.
No,
Pass
he's not-
it. Pass
no.
the ball. Pass the ball. You stupid idiot.
Because the lineman got it.
It's like he's like
Oh my
a
God.
potato.
Man, this can't, like, if you bet the over for this game, I apologize. Just damn. Ooh, Carson Beck is hurt. That is not good.
Wow.
I'm gonna show her.
They went really fast to him. Oh. Are they looking for a cart?
I don't know if they're looking for a cart, but they're. I don't know what's. I'm trying to figure out if it's an ankle or if it's something else, but that's not good. Also, for the Patriots, there's a new player that's in their that's Patriot that I do want to see them draft. That's Arizona State running back Cam Scataboom. For everyone thinking out their Patriots have running backs, you can never have enough. And plus two, Ramondre and Antonio do their job, but they really need a third down back that can catch, and Scataboom can do that. But no, with this game right here, what was I going to say? Really going green, Laura.
Oh.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things with college football, how it's not security with them, how it's always the sheriffs.
Yeah.
Like, I love that, how it's not like, regular police. It's always the sheriffs that are doing college football. But yeah, no, with this game here, like, going back to the game Monday night, it's Bengals, it's thing. Both teams are just meh.
Yeah. It's just exciting that it's Simpsons. They must have realized that it was going to be a board game, and they're like, let's just put this in. What happened here? Oh, his shoulder, or wow.
He may have just like let's see this. Let's see if he gets his shoulder at all. Oh, it might be like the tricep or bicep.
Oh yeah, and then his foot gets run over.
Let's see this. He wouldn't be on that much. Let's see his foot. Oh, he doesn't land on his head, thankfully, but
Yeah, he must have just got like a little rocked.
yeah.
Wow.
Yikes. But yeah, no, the Simpsons is probably the most exciting thing about this game.
Yeah.
They wanted to flex this game out and put something else in there, but the Simpsons had already done too much animation to where they were just like, no, that's not happening.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, if you had to pick a bet that you really like for tomorrow, what would you take? What is Jessica's best bet of the day?
I don't know. You did say that it's gonna be.
What do you mean?
You did say it was gonna be a George Kittle day. Maybe does he have? What are his stats or whatever?
So I would do this thing I like to do called one man, one game.
Yeah.
Where you basically pick a man and go. I'd probably take maybe him to get into the end zone.
Yeah.
And him for maybe like, I don't know, 50, 60 receiving yards.
Okay, that's it.
All right, so we'll do that. We'll have fun. We had fun here today. It's not even that short. I think we got to 25 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, 25-minute podcast.
You did most of it. I'm here as a support.
She also gets mad at me when I do like an hour and a half, but then I'm just like, sometimes you just talk and you get talking. It's like us today. We were at 12 minutes. We have some extended, like a full 13 minutes also reacting to
Yeah.
Carson Beck getting hurt.
Also, remember when you said maybe half an hour ago, let's start it at the half.
Really glad we waited. And we did it now.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up here. Like I said, we have 3:33. We're going to be 3:36 and possibly, I'm going to let you guys right now, week 16, I'm really trying to figure out just because Christmas is a tough one to schedule around. I don't know.
Maybe we'll do a family.
Oh, yeah.
Family pod.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a lot of fun. But I'll figure something out. If anything, that week might just be me. And then the next week for week 18, we go back because I still have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to figure out. But you know what? Enjoy week 14 of the NFL season.
For The Simpsons.
We get a red zone Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what, guys?
Have a great day.